and welcome back to my channel. This is Didsbury Art Studio and I'm Sally. And in today's video we're going to be using some wire mesh to make some smocking with. So we're going to see how this comes out. I've decided that we're going to use it's only a small piece of the wire mesh that I've got, but I've decided that we're going to do a wave smocking design on it. So let's see how it's going to come out.
So today I'm going to be having a go at putting this wave smocking design onto this wire mesh that I've got. I bought this from Etsy and I just thought it might be quite an interesting idea to have a go at doing a design onto it. It's quite flexible and it's got this kind of shimmery colour, which is what attracted me to it when I saw it online. So I've put it upside down and I'm going to use this permanent Sharpie pen to transfer the design onto the mesh, and then we'll have a go at doing some sewing to see whether the Canadian smocking will work onto this mesh, and if it does then it might be quite interesting because it will become quite sculptural, and I know it's only a small piece but we'll be able to see whether it works or not. I transferred the design on a larger grid onto some paper that I had just to make it a little bit bigger to fit the size of this mesh, and then I originally put some masking tape on the corners but it didn't hold it down at all, so I'm having to use some of these resources here just to hold it down in each corner. So I'm going to have a go. Here comes Layla. Hello. Yeah, let's see if the Sharpie pen holds the design. That's the only way I can think of doing it right now, so we'll have a go at that. Well, obviously it's going on, but I don't know whether it's going to be very clear to be able to see it because it's just going on very fine on the wire. The wire is slipping around as well, so I don't know how accurate this is going to help the design. Okay, so I've threaded up my needle with my upholstery thread and I've put a chunky knot at the other end. However, I know full well that obviously the holes in this mesh are huge and this knot is not going to be held. So I'm going to have to think about other ways and means of doing this. Perhaps I'm going to have to tie a knot with the threads through the mesh. I can see very subtly the line along here and here where I've marked it with my Sharpie pen. It's not that clear, to be honest with you, so I think I'm going to leave the paper underneath and then I'm going to sort of use the line to guide on top of the line underneath just to give me a bit of a reference. And I think over here, that's the end there, I'm going to have to tie a knot with my thread to hold the thread on through the mesh because it's just not going to hold. So it's all a bit fiddly. Hope you can see. Another knot in just to be sure. There we go. Okay, so we've got one end on and now I can see that that line finishes just here. Let me just check. Yeah, that's the full length, so I'm going to end here and pull my needle through. How's this going to go? So I'm going to pull, 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 pull. Okay, it's coming in a bit. This is the wave smocking design, so let's see if this actually works or whether it just produces something else. We'll see. So I'm going to take my needle through that loop and I'm going to tie a knot to hold that hopefully all together. Let's see. Try another knot as well just in case. Alright. Okay, let's jump to the next line, which is actually skew width over here. It's just moved since I've done that stitch. Let's see if I can get it back there. Right here. Okay, so there's the end of it. And I need this thread to remain flat, so let's put another little stitch in exactly the same spot. I've just done that first one. There we go, just to hold it on. And then where's that line go? Finishes over here. So I'm just going to put a little stitch in there. Okay, right, let's pull this in again. There we go. And another little stitch to hold it. My needle through the loop. And pop a knot over the top. I'm going to do 2 knots. Is that holding? Ooh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, right, we've done 2 parts, okay, of half of the wave. So, I know this is really difficult for you to see, I do apologise. So we've got a line here. Let's just check it. Full length, yep. So now I'm going to go to the end of that line here and keep this length flat and then pop. I'm going to try and put it in the same spot that I did the first stitch. That stitch is just holding the thread down nice and flat because I don't want it to gather, but on this line I do want it to gather. So what we do then is we're going to draw in the mesh like so, and I'm going to pop a stitch through there. I'm just going to pop another stitch through there just because I'm always a little bit worried it might come undone. I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to put my needle through that loop, oopsie daisies, and then a knot. Definitely feels weird to work with this. It feels like just a different texture, really. Right, that's the closest I'm going to get that knot. Okay, I'm going to head down to the next line over here and just finish off this first column, and then I'll show you how that's going. Oopsie daisy. Right, okay, back to the next line, which is here. So I'm just going to do a tiny little stitch on the end and then pop another little stitch over the top of that, and then heading down to the end of that line. I'm just going to measure it again just to check where the end is because it's not very clear. Right, it's there. Okay, you can hear the sound of the mesh and how tactile it is. It's definitely a bit more uncontrollable than the fabric. Yeah, I just really had this idea that I thought, actually the wave smocking, we could just explore it on a few other surfaces. I'm pretty obsessed with using it on cinema, and I love using it on satin, but the Canadian smocking, I just wanted to try it out on here. Okay, lovely people, here we go. So that is the first column done. Look how subtle that is. That's where the stitch is going all the way down to here, and then it's just kind of producing. Hello. Yes, that's got water in it. Stretchy, stretchy. You want a stroke? You want a stroke? Puss in Boots. Yeah, that's what it looks like right now. I think I need to just do the next column just to show you. Maybe that might look like a little bit more of a wave. Are you coming back? You're wondering what that is? It's a bit different to usual. Oh, oh. You been out to see the squirrels yet? There's a second little squirrel. How's that affecting Layla? Oh, she's on the case. As you can see, 2 of them. Not this morning. Oh, you're looking for a tickle? A tickle, tickle, tickle. Oh, yeah. No. A scrappy dappy do? Maybe. Is it a scrappy dappy do time? The perfect jumper on, haven't I? I got this jumper from a market in Oxford a couple of years ago. And I absolutely love it. Second hand, it's the warmest jumper ever, and the weather is so bizarre right now. Really, really cold. Really hot. Really cold. Oh, you had enough? What is it? Okay, so I'll do the second column on this. Okay, so I'm going to crack on with this next row. I can vaguely see the line right here, just to show you how I'm going to kick off. Tiny little stitch at the bottom, and I'm going to have to tie a knot over here. A little stitch at the other end of the line. The line goes up to here, and let's draw that in. Little stitch, needle through the loop, jump down over here. Hello, baby girl. What are you doing there? What are you doing there? Okay, so I've done the second column along down here, and I'm not sure it's making incredible amount of difference. I guess you can see that there's something happening. I mean, there's a little bit of a wave showing here. It's not very obvious, but it's definitely rippling the mesh. I can only just carry on and see how this goes. Hi. What are we doing? Where do you want to go? Outside. Do you want to go outside? Well, it's taken shape. This is obviously the back of it, but I've done half of it, so let's just get the rest done. What do you make of the wire mesh labour? Is it a bit rattly? It's making a noise. So far, I've got to say, I'm not sure I'm enjoying the process of this. I'm dying to see what the sculptural effects are from it, but it's actually quite difficult to handle compared to the fabric. Okay, we're finished. So that's obviously the back, and it's definitely distorted it, the tension of the stitches, and it's curling it, so it's gone more like a cylinder, a little bit there. And then on this side is obviously the wave smocking design. Yeah, I don't know what to think of it. What do you think, Layla? I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, it's different. It's different, isn't it? So yeah, that's it done. That's it done. Oh, scrappy dappy do. It's a scrappy-dappy-doo time. Is it? I'll grab your feet. I'll grab your feet. Scrappy. Whoops. Oh. Fighty, fighty. So that is the wave smocking design on wire mesh. Back, front. I mean, if you had more of it, perhaps it might have more of a dramatic effect, but I've only got that small amount, so yeah, there we go. I just pinned it onto the mannequin there. I guess if you had more of it, you could get quite some sculptural effects on the silhouette, which would be quite nice actually. The little stitches just draw in the mesh and create these distortions. Okay, so just to finish off with, whoops, we're definitely in the way there, Layla. This is the result. And one more thing, that I've also now had a go at doing an arrow pattern on the same grid, but obviously with the arrow pattern design, and that's how that one comes out. So that one's a little bit more curly, and I put the design all over the whole thing. It completely distorts it, doesn't it? So that's the wave smocking, that's Layla, and that's the arrow pattern. Arrow pattern on the mannequin. I actually quite like it on the shoulder there. Again, you wouldn't really distinguish that, you wouldn't really know that's an arrow pattern. Only I do because I've followed the design, but loving it on there actually. I like the fact that's really curly and sculptural. That would be nice with some fabric underneath it, maybe some other smocking underneath. And it's goodbye from Layla. You don't want a stroke? You don't want a stroke? Hey. No. Going for the tummy and going for the scrappy-dappy-doo. You can't make your mind up, can you? You're being playful, you're being overtired, you're being hungry. Why don't you go outside? What is it? You just look out the window? Do you want to be left alone? I can't give you another snack. Do you want me to leave you? So I hope you've enjoyed this video today, and if you did, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe if you are new around here and you enjoyed it, and also share the channel. And thank you very much for Natalie Wilcox for doing my hair today. Bye!